I have a story to tell y'all today. Your girl got a pan set, a pot set. I said something wrong. Something gotta be wrong with this scale. I don't know what y'all know, they lying. So boom, boom, boom. Hey fam, welcome back to the channel. As you can see by the title, today's gonna be another what I eat in a day. We're gonna go to the grocery store, we're gonna eat, we're gonna talk, we're gonna chat, and whatever else that happens in the video is gonna happen. Y'all already know how I roll, okay? If you're new here, welcome. My name is DeeDee, and I make these types of videos just to basically show you my real life and how I'm maintaining this weight loss. One thing for sure is losing the weight is extremely hard. I can give you the step-by-step guide. I can give you, this is what I ate, this is what I did, these are the routines, all of that. But y'all, after you lose the weight, maintaining the weight off, keeping that weight off, that's hard too. So I just like making these videos because it kind of helps me stay accountable as well. And maybe it'll give you a different perspective and just a view on someone else and how they're maintaining. And maybe you can take some tips here, some tips there, and make it work for you. Because y'all already know I am a big believer in doing what works for you, okay? All right, so starting off this day, y'all, all I've had so far is water. I'm gonna take a sip. I don't ever feel like I drink enough water because I'm always thirsty. So I'm thinking, if I'm always thirsty, does that mean I'm not getting enough water in? Like even at night, I always find myself like waking up sometimes in the middle of the night and I want water. So I always have like a glass, either my Stanley or I have this with like ice in it with water. And then I'll just go ahead and take a sip. So I just been trying to do my best not to give myself like no big old goal. Oh, you're gonna drink 2 gallons a day. You're gonna this. No. What I try to do is be intentional. I'll start my day off with water, the first thing I do when I wake up. And then throughout the day, I'm just taking sips, and then refilling the cup and seeing how I can make sure that I'm upping my water intake. Today is gonna be a simple day of meals. We got our eggs, we have our bacon. Y'all, let me know if you do this too, or if you know another hack that works better. But whenever I open up a pack of bacon, if I don't use it all, I don't want it to go bad if I'm not using like the very next day. So all I'll do is just go ahead and roll it up and place it in a Ziploc bag, and I throw it in the freezer. And whenever I need it, I just pull it out, thaw it out, and I use it. And that's what we're doing today. So I'm gonna grab a couple of pieces of bacon and I'm gonna put it in the air fryer. I haven't found any bacon that's like resealable. If you guys know of one that's out there, let me know, but that's my hack with bacon. If you have a better hack, let me know in the comments below. I also have some strawberries that we're using today. I do eat fruit. I don't eat every single fruit, like I don't eat bananas, but strawberries, blueberries, blackberries, those are low in carbs. Sometimes I'll dabble in some other fruit, but it's not something that I do on a daily basis. My goals are to be less than 30 net carbs every day. Sometimes it's a little bit more. Sometimes my days are less than 15 net carbs, depending on what I eat. So it all depends, and I just feel like it's everything in moderation. Let's get breakfast started. Y'all, this is gonna be super quick. And that's why I guess I don't really meal prep breakfast much. I don't know if y'all noticed that. It's typically lunch and dinner because usually for breakfast, some days I'll just do a quick breakfast wrap that y'all seen already on the channel. Some days it's just a quick scramble, just like today. Some days it's just a protein shake and some coffee. Just super simple. So I don't really meal prep breakfast much. I just cracked 3 eggs. I'm putting a little bit of pepper in it. And then for salt, I usually go off of the pinch method. I don't know, it works for me. The number of eggs that I put in the bowl, I just do that number of pinches of salt. So I have 3 eggs, so I'm gonna go ahead and add in 3 pinches of salt. For me, that works, and it doesn't ever end up being too salty. Y'all, I already have my butter in the skillet, just a little bit of butter, about half a tablespoon of butter. And now we're gonna go ahead and cook these eggs. Skillet is nice and hot. All right, now while the eggs cook, I'm gonna go ahead and cut up my strawberries. Let me rinse them off real quick. All right, so we have 4 strawberries today. That's all I'm using. And all I'm doing is just going ahead and cutting the stems off. Well, stems, leaves, I'm not sure. But boom, 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 and boom. Done. I'm gonna split them in half, and we're gonna throw our bacon right in the air fryer. Bacon don't take no time at all, y'all. I think this breakfast is gonna take me probably 5 minutes to make. All right, strawberries are done. Put that to the side. Let's get this bacon in the air fryer. The air fryer is going, y'all, and these eggs are almost done. Super, super quick, y'all. Let me tell you something. I have a story to tell y'all today. You probably saw it in the title, the weight gain story. I gotta tell y'all, one thing I will say is the fear of weight gain is so real. And I don't think we talk about that enough, but it is so, so, so real in our minds, physically, mentally, all of that. But I was gonna tell you the story now, but then I thought about it. I need something to do when I'm walking, y'all. I'm about to walk. We're about to walk and move together. And I was thinking about going outside and doing my walk, but it's looking a little gloomy. And ain't nobody trying to go out in the gloom, okay? So we're gonna do it on the treadmill. Y'all know I hate the treadmill, okay? But it'll give me something to do because my key, my tip for the treadmill is, y'all, the egg's done already, by the way. But anyway, my tip for the treadmill for me is to either watch a movie, it's to either listen to some music, do something, okay? So we gonna chit chat and I'm gonna tell you this story. Hot mess. All right, I'm gonna go flip the bacon, clean up a little bit, wash that skillet out, and I'll be right back. All right, y'all, I'm back. The bacon finished, and this is our breakfast. We got our 3 eggs. We have our 2 slices of bacon. They're cut in half. And we have 4 strawberries that are sliced on the side. So boom, boom, boom. Y'all, I did say 5 minutes, but that wasn't true. I think it took about 7 to 8 minutes because the bacon had to cook. Y'all, I definitely need to go to the store today because I ran out of my everything bagel seasoning, and I usually love that on eggs. I also was thinking about adding a little bit of avocado to this plate, but guess what? I ran out of avocado, y'all. My thing with avocados is I just don't want them to go bad. So I'll just get like 2 to 3, and I don't know like how to make sure it doesn't brown. Like if I've already opened the avocado and I use half avocado, I leave it in the fridge and I try to use it the very next day. If not, it goes brown. And I've seen in places where you put like lime juice, but I've done that and that thing still go brown. I've made sure that the piece that's left in the refrigerator has the pit in it. I've done that. So I don't know. If y'all got a trick with avocados or you know how to make sure they last longer, let me know, y'all, because your girl is over here struggling and I wanted some avocado with this breakfast, but it is what it is. All right, y'all, I'm gonna finish my breakfast and then we're gonna go and do our 30-minute walk on the treadmill and I'm gonna tell you this story. All right, fam, we out here. It cleared up outside, so I said, you know what? We coming outside. We coming to that little wooded area in my backyard. So we're gonna walk outside and we're gonna chit chat for a little bit. It looks nice today. It's kind of hot, but you know what? I'm grateful and I'm blessed because it could be something else. So let me tell y'all what happened. Okay, so I know I've shared before that I only weigh myself once a month just to make sure that I'm keeping track. You know, the scale is an indicator. I don't just really focus on the scale anymore because I'll obsess over it because I've done that before in the past. So now what I do is just weigh myself once a month just to make sure that I'm staying on track. Okay, so I did that earlier in March and the scale said 146.8. All right. That's what's up. And I was fine with that. Okay, I'm maintaining it and I'm good to go. Y'all, I'm always looking. You know, your head got to be on a swivel back here, baby. A whole bunch of birds looking like they huddling, about to attack. Okay, anyways, so earlier in the month, weighed in at 146.8. All right, great. How about a few weeks ago, I was having some problems with my throat, so I went to go see the ENT, and he gave me some prednisone. He stated something about my allergies, etc., and that was gonna help me, and I only needed to take it for 7 days. Okay, bet. So I went and got my prescription, been taking the pills, all is good. So last week, I actually went to go see my primary. I usually go once a year. I get blood work, do my little annual, everything, and just want to make sure that I don't have any deficiencies because, you know, before I was anemic, that's what they told me, with iron and all of that. Okay. Anyways, let me give you a little success story. I'm no longer anemic, y'all. So I am good. My iron levels are normal. So I feel good about that. But anyway, when I went to the doctor's appointment, the person before you see the doctor was doing like the vital signs and all of that. Okay, great. So did the little blood pressure, all of that, and then said, get on the scale. Okay, great. Getting on the scale, because shoot, that don't bother me, baby. I know where I am. I've been staying on track. I've been doing the right stuff, you know, so shoot, I got on that scale confidently, okay? Y'all, let me tell you what that scale said. That scale said 152.4. I ain't lying. I said 152. I said something wrong. Something got to be wrong with this scale. I don't know what y'all know. They lying, you know, but no, that's what the scale said. So at first, I was definitely in shock, and I'm looking like, what is going on? Because that first feeling is, girl, you've been staying on track. You've been doing your thing. Why is you gaining weight like that? Like, why would you gain 6 pounds within weeks? That's the biggest key. It's one thing if I've been doing my thing, staying on track, lifting my weights, all of that. I just don't understand why it would be a drastic weight gain like that. So I knew something was off. So when I went in, talked to the doctor, all of that, you know, she relayed to me that, you know, with the prednisone, sometimes that could cause you to hold water and a whole bunch of other stuff that I was barely listening to be honest with you, because I was focused on that weight gain. But I will say another success story is this morning I did get on the scale and I was 149.2. So I feel good about that. So I don't know if it's really like the water that's going away. I don't know. I just don't want the scale to just continue to move up without me understanding why. Like if I was falling off track and eating off plan, I would understand why. But that just made me really think about the fear of regain that a lot of us have. I know I have it. It doesn't matter how confident a person is. In my mind, if you used to be big all your life and you lost the weight, there's a little part of you that's wondering, will I ever gain that weight back? You know, or, you know, what's going to happen if I eat something that's off track, off meal? I know that happened to me. Remember on my birthday, I ate those Chili's Southwest egg rolls. I'm not going to lie to you. I was thinking to myself, oh man, I'll probably gain something. And what I did get on a scale later on and I didn't. So I felt good about that, but there's always that little piece, right, in the back of your mind. And I think that definitely comes from the past, like the past failed diets, the past 100 times that we started over, or the past 100 times that we lost weight and regained it back, right? There's always something in the back of my mind. But then I was thinking to myself, I had to get myself all the way together, because y'all know sometimes I got to talk to myself. I say, DeeDee, girl, if you don't get it together, because you are not the old you, okay? The old DeeDee didn't have structure, didn't have any kind of awareness or even discipline built in yet, okay? This new DeeDee, I know how to reset and get back on track quickly if for some reason I need to. I know about my goals. I know about the routines. I know about being consistent and knowing for a fact that will create results. I know about all that. So I just really need to make sure that I'm continuing to remind myself. I need to just learn to trust myself and also stop living in the what if. What if this time doesn't work? What if this time I'm not able to maintain it? What if I fall off again? It shouldn't be that. How about what if this time is different? What if I actually maintain it? What if this is my new normal? You know, like I really need to continue to work on my mindset. Y'all, like I told you earlier in the kitchen, losing the weight is one thing, and that's hard though. That's still hard, I ain't gonna lie. But maintaining that weight loss is hard as well. And that fear of regain, definitely is real, but it's something that I'm working on every single day, okay? You know, I gotta be real with y'all every day. So if it's any of you out there that also has that fear, has lost some weight, and you know, you have that fear in your head, I want you to do your best to change your mindset. Let me know what you're thinking down below. You don't even have to comment what the fear is, y'all. Just put the word me down below, and I know that you resonated with this message, okay? We all in this together, sis. We doing this. We losing this, we keeping it off, and we are working through those mindset shifts. All right, y'all, it is so hot, but I'm going. You see how I done talked and talked and talked? I haven't even realized how long I've been walking. Let me see. 13 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna keep walking. I'm gonna do 2 more laps, and then I'm gonna head in, take a shower, and go to the grocery store. I'm gonna head to Walmart. All right, I'll see y'all in a bit. Y'all, as soon as I walked in, before jumping in the shower, I decided to do a little ab workout. These are the exercises I typically do. I just do random exercises, y'all, but I always make sure to do 3 sets of 15. So I focus on my lower stomach area and my love handles. Y'all, I've been noticing them love handles been disappearing. I'll give you an update soon, y'all. But baby, soon I'ma have no love handles. Y'all, I'm back. It's been a few hours. I had a couple of errands to run, but I did stop by Walmart as well. And I wanted to show y'all what I grabbed from there. I grabbed my weekly staples and a couple of other items, but I'm gonna show you now. I grabbed some sliced baby Bella mushrooms right here. I'm probably gonna use these in my meal prep coming up. I also grabbed my usual. Y'all, I've been on green onion lately. Ever since I made that egg roll video, I like the way it tastes. Usually I do like my yellow onions or my purple onions, which I did grab as well. But I also grabbed some green onion just because I like the way it tastes. You know me, gotta get my green pepper. And I also have some other peppers in here. Let me see. Yep. My bell peppers, okay? Gotta have your bell peppers. Bell peppers and onions go with everything in my book. That might not be so true, but for me, I love it. I love it when I cook. I'm not sure exactly what I'm making for meal prep coming up, but I did grab some pico de gallo. I love this and throwing that in there, so I think I might use it as well. I got some cherry tomatoes for my salads. I also got this long cucumber. I think it's called an English cucumber. I don't know. But these are so soft. So if I was making like a Greek salad with like some olives or just cutting these up and putting them in my salad, it's like easier to eat for me. It still has that crunch factor, but I like these cucumbers more so better than the other regular cucumbers. I also made sure to grab me some avocados. Y'all know I was looking for that this morning. I couldn't add it to my breakfast because I didn't have any. So I grabbed a couple of avocados. Y'all, I also grabbed some mangoes. Do y'all like mangoes? Look how nice these mangoes look, y'all. So nice and red. I grabbed a few. I'm gonna give some to my mom as well, but I eat mangoes too. Y'all, I used to just eat mangoes by itself a long time ago, but my husband put me on putting some vinegar and some salt and pepper and dipping the mango in it. Game changer. Let me know below, how do y'all eat mangoes? Do y'all eat mangoes? First off. Secondly, if you do you dip it in the vinegar and the salt and pepper? Let me know. But yeah, y'all, I told you this morning I do eat fruit. I eat the strawberries and all the berries. And from time to time, I dibble and dabble. I love me some mangoes. So I got some today and these look so good, y'all. So good. I did grab some fresh strawberries as well. I love strawberries. You can use them as a quick little snack. And last but not least, I just grabbed some heads of romaine lettuce. I'll just cut these up and I can make my mason jar salads. The only other stuff I grabbed was, remember this morning I told y'all I was out? Got my everything bagel seasoning. I like this. I also grabbed a couple of cans of green beans, y'all. These are the no salt added green beans. Y'all know I'm all about convenience and what works for me. You know, I use frozen vegetables, fresh vegetables, and sometimes I even use canned vegetables. It just all depends on what I'm making, how much time I have, and all of that. So yeah, we got some green beans. I also grabbed some small diced tomatoes and some tomato paste. All depends on what I'm making. You can never not have enough of that in your pantry. I ran out of mild banana peppers, y'all. Y'all know I love me some banana peppers in my salads, in my sandwich wraps, all of that, so you have to have that. And the last thing I got was some light North Italian dressing. I did take a look at the label. You always got to look at the label with dressing because you just never know where those hidden sugars are and all of that. But this one, y'all, has 0 added sugars and only 1 carb. I'm not sure if you could see that. So that's why I grabbed it and it looks good. So we're going to try it. I'll probably try it in my next salad. And that's pretty much it as far as my weekly staples. I already have meat. All my protein is in my deep freezer. And usually on a weekly basis, I just grab my produce items that I've run out of or that I know I'll be using upcoming for meal prep. I did get one more thing. Hold on. Well, first off, do y'all remember the video where I told you that I was getting rid of my pan because it was just old, dusty, rusty, and I just moved on to a new one? Remember I had Boyz II Men playing in the background, all of that? Okay, so yep. So this is the pan that I was talking about. I used it for the eggs this morning. This is the Tefal pan where it has like that indicator in the middle when it's hot and all of that, and you can put it in the oven. Well, y'all, I've been using this for a little bit over a month and I actually love this skillet. So today at Walmart, y'all, I got a whole 20-piece set at the Walmart. Let me put this down. It's kind of heavy, honey. These pans last for a really long time. This is a 20-piece. Y'all, let me see. Let me see if I can show you or you can see what. Yeah. So these are the pieces. And on top, it shows me you have like a little small skillet, 1 egg wonder, an 8-inch frying pan, a 10.5-inch frying pan with pouring spouts. So all of them have pouring spouts, a square griddle, a 1-quart saucepan, a 2-quart saucepan, a 3-quart saucepan, a 5-quart saucepan, and then a 5-quart covered jumbo cooker with a baking tray and some spoons and fork. Now, listen, this thing here, they said it's dishwasher safe. That don't matter to me. Y'all know I can't use no dish. I don't know how to use the dishwasher, but I don't know. Maybe we'll learn together one day, but this won't be going in the dishwasher. I'll wash it by itself, but it's easy to clean. And the great thing is you could put it in the oven up to 350 degrees. So, your girl got a pan set, a pot set. Your girl got a pot set, a pan set. It's easy care, non-stick, 20-piece, Tefal. Go ahead. Okay, I'm excited. I'm excited. I am excited. Y'all, I just get excited whenever I get like kitchen stuff. I can go to the Dollar Tree and get something like, you know, for my kitchen, whether it's like new towels, new mats, or like new placemats, whatever it is, and I'm excited. I don't know, do you get excited when you get kitchen stuff? If you don't, just let me know when you get kitchen stuff and I'll get excited for you, okay? That's what I'll do. Let me put this back. Y'all, I'm back. So I'll probably set up my new pot set this coming week. I'm also trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with like my other pots that I have, cause I don't know. I know I don't have enough room in all the cabinets, so I gotta do something. If it's not donate or gifting, I gotta figure it out. But it's some pots that I already know I'm not getting rid of. Like for example, hold on. Y'all, this is my pot that I use for my collard greens. I use this pot like whenever I make like blue crabs, all of that. So this pot, I'm definitely keeping. I also have like a crock pot that I don't want to get rid of. My cast iron skillet, Ellie Mae, even though I don't use her every single day, can't get rid of her. So I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do, which ones I'm really tied to and which ones I could let go. But I'm definitely excited about my new pot set, and I just wanted to show y'all what I got. I'll link it if I can below, but I think it was on sale. I think it was like $80 or $89 for a 20-piece. So that's not bad because those are some good pans, okay? So that's that. I'm gonna put all of this stuff up, put this produce up, these cans, and then we'll have lunch, okay? I'll be right back. Fam, it is time for lunch, and this is what I'm eating today. My stuffed bell peppers. Now, if you watch my last meal prep video, you'll already know how I made it. But yeah, here is the stuffed bell peppers, y'all. I don't know if you can see it. Oop, it's sliding. All right, so what I was thinking about was I always show y'all how I meal prep, but I never really show y'all me eating my meal prep. And I just didn't even think about that. But somebody commented one time, about maybe in one of my what I eat in a day videos, like showing the food that I meal prep during the week. I also know that I share reheating tips with y'all. So I just kind of wanted to eat this today. This is my last one. It's day 4 of my meal prep. And I wanted to share with y'all how I prepared it today. So what I did was I put it in the microwave for about a minute and a half just to get that heating process started. And then I put it in the air fryer on bake mode just to get like that little crisp, that little oven baked feel. And it was in there for 10 minutes, y'all, and it is good to go. And this is what it looks like. I just usually just cut it up into bite size. Well, this is not really this is a big bite, but we gonna take this bite, okay? Y'all, this still tastes just as good as it did on day 1 of meal prep. But I did want to kind of talk through something that I've been getting comments on. Like some ask, why do you do just 4 days? Why do you do just, whatever the situation is? I cook for myself and my family. But when I can make it more convenient where we're all eating the same thing and I just make one small adjustment, then I do that. So if it is Taco Tuesdays, I know I shared with y'all before, I just make everything the exact same, y'all. The ground beef, the sour cream topping, the lettuce, the pico de gallo, whatever it is. And the only difference is some will get hard shells or regular tortillas. And then me, I'll just go ahead and have my normal low carb tortilla. And when I do random combined dinner nights like that, all I do is leave the meal prep for later. Y'all, meal preps can be frozen. They can sit up to the fridge, the meal preps that I make, for up to 4 to 5 days. But if you want to like elongate that time frame, you could throw it in the freezer and then heat that thing up when you're ready. But that's why I make 4 days. I make 4 days worth of meals most of the time because one, repetition. I definitely am a creature of habit. I can eat the same thing every day, but sometimes I want a little bit of variety. So in doing so, when I make the 4 days worth, that means it leaves me room for those random combined dinners with my family. Or let's say we all decide to order something in that night for whatever reason. I am really good at finding a low carb option in any place I go, like pretty much any restaurant. Seriously, I can definitely find a low carb option because at the end of the day, I could always get a salad. Okay, grab a salad and you good to go because I love salads. So that's why I make the 4 days. It gives me a little bit of flexibility throughout the week to have some variety. But also, if I know that I have a plan in place, whether it's in the fridge or the freezer, then baby, that means I don't have time to fall off plan because that plan is already done. Okay? Meal prepping definitely has helped me on my journey. Definitely, especially in the beginning, just making sure I'm staying on track. If I don't have to think about it, I don't have to figure it out. What am I going to eat? I don't have to do any of that. Then I'm good to go. Then I feel like I am prepared. I feel like I am set up for success. And I know everybody is not into meal prepping. Everybody can't eat like the same meals 2 days in a row or 3 days in a row. And that's okay. That makes sense because everybody is different. And like I've been telling y'all, you definitely have to do what works for you. But the thing is, I'm showing you different meals that I'm eating to stay on track, different meals that I ate to lose the weight. You don't even have to meal prep it. You could use these meals as ideas for dinner that night if you are not a meal prepper. That's okay. Meal prep doesn't work for everybody, especially if you're not going to actually eat the meal prep. So at the end of the day, you got to do what works for you, baby. And meal prepping works for me. And that's why I'm eating this meal prep today. And we going to keep on moving on, okay? And now it is time to cut in to the red one. Y'all, this is so good. It is good to me. The cheese is still cheesing. Let me try my best not to do like a big, super big bite this time. And this is the red bell pepper. All right, y'all, I'm going to finish my lunch. I'm going to check my email. After that, I do have some clothes to fold. I have 2 loads of laundry. Y'all know I try to do my laundry like every couple of days so it doesn't end up being a whole bunch of laundry on one day and I feel overwhelmed. So I'm going to do that and I'll be back when it's time for dinner. I'll see you soon. Fam, it is dinner time, and this is what I'm eating tonight. my pork shoulder steak, juicy, juicy oven baked pork shoulder steak, baby, with some sauteed cabbage with a little bit of bacon in it. I heated it up for about 2.5 minutes, and that's it, y'all. That's it. I wasn't trying to be fancy. Nope, we gonna eat this. Y'all remember I told you today was day 4 of my meal prep. Pork shoulder steak still looking nice and juicy, baby. I really like pork shoulder because it's just tender. It's good. And whenever I put it in the oven and I make sure that thing cook, and bake, come out so tender and juicy. So, love it. The cabbage is still cabbaging, okay? Y'all, so this is what I ate today. Breakfast was those scrambled eggs and the bacon and what else I had? Strawberries. Ooh, I almost forgot. Lunch was my stuffed bell peppers for my meal prep. And then this is my dinner, y'all. Nothing fancy, nothing complicated, just simple, repeatable meals that actually fit my way of eating right now, and they help me reach my goals. Before I finish my dinner, I want to make sure that I leave you with this. If you are currently struggling with that fear of regain, or you're just thinking, oh, I'm just like one step away from being that older version of me, I want you to hear me when I say that. You are not her anymore. You are not him anymore. You are not the same person that made those choices before. You are someone that is learning, growing, becoming more aware, and choosing differently, even when it's hard. And if you have a bad day, that's okay. Take one day at a time, believe in yourself, and just know that you can do it. All right. I hope this video resonated with one of you and it helps support you and encourage you throughout your weight loss journey. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye.